this is Lauren from Daisy Cottage Designs, and I'm here with 2 quick tutorials for you today. So it's one video, but 2 things to learn. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to change color at the end of a row, and the second thing I'm going to show you is how to weave your ends so they won't come out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to change colors. So it's really easy, but I know there are different methods to do it, but this is the way that I like to do it. So what I am going to do is I am going to work my last stitch of the row, which is a double crochet cluster stitch in this case. And I'm going to work it until the very last step. So I'm not going to finish the stitch. I'm going to leave my last step. So I'll show you, I'm actually going to show you first on a double crochet, and then I'll show you on a double crochet cluster. So if I were going to change colors at the end of a row where the last stitch was a double crochet, I would do my double crochet. So I would yarn over, insert my hook into the stitch, pull up a loop. There are 3 loops on my hook, so I would pull through the first 2 loops, and usually what I would do is I would pull this working yarn through the last 2 loops. So that's how I would finish my stitch. But when I'm at the end of a row and I want to change colors, I'm going to take the new color of yarn and I'm going to make a loop, and I'm going to put that loop over the end of my hook. I'm going to pull it tight with my other hand, and I'm just going to pull that new yarn through. And that is going to allow me to finish the stitch. So the top of the stitch will still be my previous color, but when I start chaining and turn my work, everything will be the new color. Okay, so let me show you one more time, and this time I'm going to actually do my last stitch of this row. So the last stitch of this row for me is going to be a double crochet cluster stitch. So I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook into the stitch and pull up a loop. I'm going to pull my yarn through the first 2 loops. Then I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook into the same stitch and pull up a loop. There are 4 loops on my hook, so usually I would pull through the first 2 loops, and then I would pull through all 3 loops. But I'm not going to pull my working yarn through all these loops. I'm going to get my new color, and I'm going to loop that over my hook, and then I'm going to pull that through like I would to finish the stitch. I'm going to pull it through to finish the stitch, and I'm going to make sure I leave a pretty decent sized tail. And then I would just pick up my new color yarn and I would chain 2, and then I would turn my work and start working right there in that stitch. So it really is easy. And if you want to, you could take these and tie a knot in them. I sometimes do, I sometimes don't. I've never had any problem either way. It just is one of those things, like sometimes I feel like doing it and sometimes I don't. Okay, so now the other question that I get asked a lot is, how do I weave my ends so that they don't come out? And I think the key is to going both directions. So let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to take my tapestry needle and I'm going to thread this yarn onto it. So I just kind of loop it over my needle, pull it really tight, and then slip it off, and then I can feed that through the eye. And then I'm going to make sure everything is pulled nice and tight here, and I'm just going to start working up through my stitches. So like this, I'm going to have to pull this a little looser, and then I'm just going to start weaving. So I would weave down like this, and then I would kind of come through here, and then I'm going to go back this direction, and I'm going to pull up, then I'm going to work through and come up here a little bit and work through some of these stitches. I can hear my kids playing outside. It's been rainy for a few days, so they're happy to get out. So then I'm going to pull this through here. And now if I pulled this really tight, it would cinch my work, so I don't want to do that. And then I'm going to kind of work my way back the other direction. And I'm going to go up here a little bit. And then I'm going to finish by going under these stitches. And let's see. I accidentally caught a little piece of that yarn. And I'm going to go under here. And then to finish it off, I'm going to weave back through all of that. And then I don't have my scissors right here with me, but after I pull that through and smooth everything out, I would just trim that right there and it would be nice and secure. So I hope this video is helpful. It really is easy to weave your ends and change colors. Sometimes weaving your ends like that does take a lot of time, but it really makes sure that everything is hidden and nice and secure so it doesn't come out when it's washed or used. So I hope this helps. Have a great day. Happy crocheting, and I'll talk to you soon.